Today I'm gonna show you how to use vocoders in your vocals and get a result like this one.
You showed me how to love, but that wasn't enough.
Yo, what is up guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Wildcrow, and as I said, today I'm gonna show you how to use vocoders in your vocals. Actually something really simple, but I'm gonna show you different ways of doing it. And yes, I'm gonna show you also how to do it with FL Studio stock plugins. So wow, let's get to it, but don't forget to like this video and share with your friends so they also know how to use vocoders. So I'm gonna be using this vocal.
You showed me how to love, but that wasn't enough.
This vocal is from vocal.com. Down below in the description you have a link to go to that site where you're gonna have free vocal packs, but also you're gonna have non-exclusive and exclusive vocals, and if you use my link you're gonna have a 10% discount. But of course the cool thing about vocoders is that you can also use your own vocal. You know, you can record just whatever you want to record with your phone or with a microphone and just use vocoder, and then you're gonna have a really cool result. So the first thing I'm gonna do is create some chords for this vocal, and I'm gonna put here the pattern, and as you can see the vocal starts one bar before the first bar, you know, and this vocal is E major, so I have here in God's knows the key of E major, and I'm just gonna start creating some basic chords, you know, for example like this. But at the same time I'm gonna be listening to the vocal, so I'm gonna make the chords that fits better the vocal.
You showed me how to love, but that wasn't enough.
So these chords are nice for the vocal, but not the rhythm, because this vocal changes a little bit before the next bar. For example, as you can see here, this word starts just before the next bar, and here is where we should be changing the chord. So this was before, and this is now.
Love, but that wasn't enough.
So now that we have the chords, we're gonna start with the vocoder, and there are different ways to doing it. The first way I'm gonna show you is using the vocoders by FL Studio. To use the vocoders, first we're gonna need a synth, and I'm just gonna use Serum for this. I'm gonna paste the chords on the Serum, and I'm gonna mute the piano. And now what you need to do is to put this vocal in one mixer channel and the Serum in the next mixer channel, okay? It needs to be the vocal in the left and the synth in the right. It needs to be like this. Now what we're gonna do is select these two, right click here, root to this track only, and this is gonna be the vocoder. So here we're gonna load the vocoders by FL Studio, and now it's so simple. You just need to go here, and this one, put it on 2. This is gonna be the vocal, and this is gonna be the synth. So now if you play the vocal, it's gonna sound like this.
You showed me how to love, but that wasn't enough.
Of course, we can make this sound better. We first can go here and basically start touching knobs.
You showed me how to love, but that wasn't enough. Today I have the lungs. Now I gotta pick my armor back up.
And also what we can do is try to change the chords, maybe put in one octave higher.
You showed me how to love.
As you can see, this way works way better. And of course, now you can go to the synth and start doing some changes to see what happens. For example, if we put a lot of voices here, it's gonna sound completely different.
You showed me how to love.
So what I will do is have one just mono, and then here you're gonna put some more voices, and it's gonna be a lot quieter. And maybe you can even put here the sub and put it like 1 octave or 2 octave lower.
You showed me how to love, but that wasn't enough.
And also if you go to the synth and you add some EQing, it's gonna change a little bit, and maybe it can make it sound cleaner.
You showed me how to love, but that wasn't enough.
Now I'm gonna show you another way of doing the vocoder is using the manipulator, and then basically what we're gonna do is mix all these kind of vocoders to get a really cool result. The first thing I'm gonna do is clone this vocal, and I'm gonna leave this first one as the dry vocal without any vocoder, and now I'm gonna clone it again here, and this one is gonna be the vocoder by manipulator. To use the manipulator, first we need to put the vocal in one mixer channel, and then here we need to load the manipulator as an effect. But now how do we use this plugin to make it follow the chords? What we're gonna need this time is a MIDI out. I'm gonna put here the chords, and right now, well, it's not gonna work, but if you open the MIDI out, as you can see here, it says port 0. Okay, so we're gonna go here on manipulator, we're gonna click here, now we're gonna click here, and here as you can see in the input port, we're gonna put the 0, the same number as we have here. So now if we play this,
You showed me how to love.
Of course, sounds extremely bad, but it's starting to follow the chords. And now we're gonna start touching these notes. For example, I'm gonna try pitching 12 semitones up.
You showed me how to love.
Now I'm gonna use the stereo and I'm gonna make it wider.
You showed me how to love.
We can try maybe the 4-man down.
You showed me how to love.
And I also like to touch the alternator a little bit. Maybe you can also try to tune a little bit. So this is the one with the vocodecs. And this is the one with the manipulator. In my opinion, the manipulator sounds a bit better, at least in this case, but the good thing about using synth with the vocodecs is that you can change completely the synth and try different presets, and the sound is going to change a lot, and maybe you get one that sounds really cool. Now what I'm going to do is clone again and use another manipulator. I'm going to do it different, and of course what we need is another MIDI out. I'm going to clone this here, but in this case what I'm going to do is just use the lower notes. I'm going to do like a bass vocal. Now what we need is to change the port of this new MIDI out. I'm going to put it on 1, and on the manipulator, on the input, I'm gonna put it also on 1. So right now it's gonna sound like this. You show me how to la, 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 la. I'm gonna try 12 semitones down. You show me how to la, 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 la. No, probably like this is better. You show me how to la, 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 la. So basically now we can combine these two kinds of manipulators. You show me how to la, 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 la. We have this kind of bass vocal, and of course apart from this you can also try different presets. You show me how to la. So what are we gonna do now? Combine these 3 different vocoders. So let's try to balance the volume of this. You show me how to la, 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 la. But that wasn't it, took the apple, la, 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 lungs. Now I gotta pick my. You show me how to la, 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 la. But that wasn't it, If you want, we can take all these 3 vocoders, send it to one bus, and here we can apply EQ, compression, all these things. And now what we're gonna do is mix this vocoder with the original vocal. You show me how to la, 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 la. But that wasn't it, We just link this to have a bit of reverb, and of course now what you can do is come back to the chords and make some changes to add more voices and some more harmonies and all these things. For example, now what we can do is maybe put all the time as this E major, put all the time an E, and maybe at the last bar just change it a little bit. You show me how to la, 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 love, but that wasn't it, Or also what we can do is just take these notes and clone them down so we have more voices. You show me how to la, 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 love. But well, in the end we have these vocoder vocals. You show me how to la, 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 love, but that wasn't it, took the air, la, 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 lungs. Now I gotta pick my arm back up. So guys, there are different ways to use vocoders in your vocals, and the best result is when you combine them all. You have one that sounds wider, one that sounds closer, one that sounds higher, that one sounds lower. If you know any other ways to use vocoders that is not the vocodecs or the manipulators, please leave it down below in the comments, so this way we all know that new way and we can combine it with these two. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if this video helped you, and also share this video with your producer friends so they know about vocoders. Nothing else guys, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.